Georgia students, I'm very glad to present you Emil Atanasov. He is our instructor who will lead the course Mobile App Development with Swift. In this video, you'll be able to hear more about his experience and different details about the course. Please, Emil, tell our students more about yourself, your experience, and how many years you have been working in the IT industry.
Georgia students, I'm Emil Atanasov, and I'm an IT consultant who has a small company working with various clients around the globe. Some of them are in UK, some from the USA, some in Germany and other countries. In my spare time, I'm teaching at the local university here in Sofia, and I'm teaching Swift and iOS technology courses. And in my day-to-day job, I and my team, we're using various technologies like Swift, SwiftUI, Android, Kotlin, TypeScript, React Native, and recently we started using Flutter with that language. I've been working as a professional about 18 years, and I have started my company in more than 10 years. So I'll be happy to share what I know about the iOS ecosystem with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And according to your observation, what is demand for such professionals like mobile app developer with Swift?
The demand for mobile developers has gradually grown. Why? Because users, the guys who are using their phones, are constantly using their phones instead of regular computers, which means that more than 80% of the users of the internet are coming from mobile devices. And the recent trends, by recent I mean in the last 4 or 5 years, the users prefer to use an app instead of using a website to do the same thing. So they're already happy to trust the brand, the application, and to install it on their devices, compared to just open a web page, which they should remember and open it every time and do the same procedures. There are many different benefits in making an app, and because pretty much every service, every company needs an app, this is the main reason to have such high demand. And one other interesting thing is that many more people are getting their smartphone for the first time, and in short, it means that the audience is growing constantly, so you can reach many more people if you build a software for mobile devices.
And please tell us a bit more about the course. What topics will be covered and what practical exercise it will include?
We'll start this course with covering the Swift, or I would say getting familiar in details with the Swift language. The Swift language is the foundation of all Apple technologies. So we'll get familiar with the language itself, and then we'll start gradually getting familiar with various topics related to the iOS framework. The iOS framework is the framework provided by Apple for building iOS applications with minimal extensions. You can use this knowledge to build applications for Mac as well as for the iPad or even Apple Watch. So to sum it up, in the course we'll cover the language, and then we'll start getting familiar with the provided framework by Apple, just covering the key topics. We will discuss briefly the open source community and how to start growing from where we finish the course, because this ecosystem of Apple, it's quite vast and it's improving every single year with the release of new iOS version. So we'll discuss the most recent versions, iOS 18, and what's new, but the course will focus on the core concepts. Yeah, here is a detailed list of all the topics which you can further analyze, but this is just a tiny bit. I would say that at the end of the course, I'll present you a detailed map of your learning path and what part of it we have covered in this course and what are the next logical steps so you can further grow on your own. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And how would you define the prerequisites for this course? What skills should potential students already have to get the most from this course?
Well, I would say curiosity for sure, and a passion to have a working stuff in your hands. Why in your hands? Because we as users, me inclusive, we're using our phones pretty much every day. And if you have a passion to build solutions, software solutions, applications, you can build some for your friends, for your family, and share them with your tiny audience. And if your applications is quite good, then the audience will grow from there. So you need a passion to just build stuff and curiosity to learn how things are working. I would say the course is built in such a way that you gain your knowledge step by step, but it's really important for you to practice what we learn here every day. Because at the end of the course, you have a final project, and without knowing most of the topics covered in the course, it will be really hard for you to complete this project. Thank you.
Thank you. And what international certificate will our students get after successfully passing the exam at the end of the course?
Well, once we are confident that you have mastered the core concept of Swift language and iOS development by developing an application on your own, we will help you to take a certificate. The certificate is called Swift Associate, and it's in association with Apple. So Apple will issue you an official certificate that you are that you can work pretty confidently with Swift language and iOS technology. So you can learn more about the certificate in the course. We will share you extra information, and at the end of the course, we'll share some tips and tricks how to prepare for that certificate. It's not a tough one, but you have to cover all the topics in the course and to master them to be able to pass it from the very first try. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And can you tell us what jobs positions are suitable for specialists who just completed this course?
Well, after finishing the course and taking the certificate, you feel comfortable of building a small-scale iOS app, which will put you in a good position to apply as an intern at any company which has an iOS dev team. And by spending 3 to 6 months in that company, you can become a junior developer. Not sure whether just this course is enough to land as a junior. I believe that just the core topics are covered here, but you need a more advanced course to land on a more serious position like a senior iOS developer. But stay calm. I'll show you many extra resources, free resources, which you can explore on your own. Apple are trying to grow their ecosystem of iOS developers, and they have some awesome resources, but without the basic knowledge which we'll gain here in this course, it will be really tough to decipher their lectures. So yeah, let's wrap up this course together.
Great. And what can be the next step for the students after they take the exam in this course?
Yep. I would say that after the course, there are many different options to grow on your own. I would strongly advise you to go and explore the open source community, which is a community where various developers from juniors like you to very seniors are sharing their software libraries and knowledge. The idea is that you can build something on your own, share it, and be proud of that, as well to see how the others are doing the same and learn from their experience. For example, you can join an open source projects. I personally am taking part of a couple related to Swift, and it's really motivating because you're spending some of your free time building software, and this software is used by other developers in other real products, and you gain experience with doing so. Taking part in such projects, you becoming a better developer, and by sharing your experience, many HRs could find you by exploring your profile in GitHub. As well, there are, like I mentioned earlier, quite helpful resources provided by Apple, which are good for learning more about their ecosystem, the most recent version of iOS 18. So it's good to start exploring those materials, and as well looking for some opportunities like part-time projects online. I would mention one quite interesting thing. You can start interacting with ChatGPT. It's quite a powerful platform, and it can improve your understanding of Swift. It's not the very last version of Swift. I think it's version 6 right now, but ChatGPT knows a lot more Swift 5, which is good enough. So yeah, by collaborating with the AI bot, you can build extra knowledge as well and become better developer.
Thank you. Thank you for your answer. And I think this interview had a lot of valuable information for the students, and the information you just gave us will help them decide for their application. And we truly appreciate your contribution and look forward to seeing you again in our upcoming training session. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.